All right, so we've got some big updates on trend shift strategy exits. It's already been published and pushed, so you can grab them. What are they? Well, we've added in a previous day or overnight sweep. What that does is it uses the previous day pro indicator that we built that indicates and lets you know when a previous day has been swept, or if it's swept from overnight session, we don't count that until US session sweeps overnight sessions. Okay, so that's what it does. It will not let a trade take place unless unless that's happened. So like right here you can see that there's no trades taking place from Wednesday, the 17th, until now, which is Thursday the 18th, because we haven't had any sweeps of any previous day highs, either overnight or during New York session. So it's not going to trade anything if you turn that on. Then we also have market bias direction, which is based on time that you can select right here. So right now it's on chart. So it's going to use the trends on the time frame that you're using, but you can kick it up and go to whatever time frame you want, and that is only going to allow longs or shorts based on that trend, right? So even though this right here is a nice little push up, it's not going to let it go long because the overall trend right there is short. It's going down, so it's not going to allow any buys. Now this one's pushing up, so it's going to buy here and then close up here and then buy here and close there. Now let me explain something. These ones that are really tight, like this one would win. This would win. As long as you got good fills, this would win. This would win. This one might be break even or a little bit of a loss, right? This one would win. Um, this one would, it depends. Might be break even. Um, so you're gonna have to go through those little choppy sessions to get these big ones right here. These trades right here are going to make up um all these little itty bitty chops right here. So like this one right here is probably a break even or small loss. This one's probably a little bit of a win. This one's a break even or small loss, a little bit of a win, break even or small loss, definitely break even or small loss. And then we get into this buys here and holds all the way up here, right? So it holds it for 2.5 hours. And then breaks, small loss, break this buys, and then we close. That's a win. A couple of these are break evens or little small losses, and then we do the same thing. So overall, it's gonna make money. Um, so if you get in, what happens with a lot of people that use these types of systems, they'll come in and this will happen right here, and they'll freak out because they'll lose a little bit and they'll shut it off. And then you get this big crash down after they shut it off right here. And this is on oil, right? This is trading one contract, and then they'll miss out on this big crash down right here. And then here's another one. And then here's another one. They'll miss all of this because their psychology can't handle this right here. The best thing to do is to not watch it. That's why we're using an algo. Go live your life, do something. Don't watch it, right? Trust in the profit factor, trust in the process that this is going to work. Does this one right here lose? Probably. But do you think this one right here loses? No. This one right here wins. Okay, so we're waiting. It's just based on our executions on these little choppy ones, but we have to get through the chop to get to these long runs. All right. If we threw in something like an ADX or something like that in here to try to, you wouldn't get this trade right here. You wouldn't get these little losses here. This one isn't a loss. That's a win. That's probably a win. This one's probably a small break, even a loss. But this one right here definitely is a winner. You wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get that trade. Now, what you can do is you can change your time to be, say like, okay, I'm only wanting to trade from like 8 to 11. That may limit some of those choppies, right? But look at all those trades you're not getting now, and it drops to 32,000 with more drawdown, right? So you just we just got to stop freaking out over every loss and every little chopped out trade, and shutting off our systems just because of that, right? That doesn't You're going to miss out on all these trades um because of doing that. Like this one wins, this one's small loss or break even, this one wins, this one's a loss, small loss or break even. This one wins, small loss or break even. And over time, it's gonna build up. So I just want to let everybody know about this update to trend shift strategy exits. So this one gives you the option of letting the strategy close you based on the strategy, or you can go into it and select enable stops, right? And it'll do your tick stop loss or take profit like that, right? And but and if you're using a firm that requires stop losses, you can put in this right here and just set it, and it will actually send just the stop loss far away from your entry, just to 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 comply with those rules. But you're still going to be using these strategy exits to get out of the trade. So like you're gonna, instead of being 100 ticks, it's gonna close right here, and this one right here, instead of being 100 ticks, it's gonna close right here, and keep doing that, right? Um, and then your longs are gonna do this right here. They're gonna push, and instead of closing just at whatever predefined tick you have, but you'll still have that stop loss. That'll be whatever you set it at, but it'll be, I have it set at 50, so it's gonna be down here somewhere, just to comply with certain prop firms that require stop losses. And there you go. So that's the update for Trend Shift Algo Strategy Exits version. If you have any questions, like, well, here's the stats. This is oil. Trading one contract. I actually have it on an account trading five. So this is what I'm doing right here with this. Um, and we'll see. But it hasn't taken a trade yet since I put it on the account. But I do. I have it set to five contracts, and we'll see what ends up happening. And let me see, make sure my settings are right. Yeah, these are my settings. 5 yep, 50 first, yep, yep. All, you just default is usually pretty good. 130 to 1600. Sorry, not 11. So here we go. Now let me update it. And this is what it looks like. So 855 for the year. Well, this is from January 1st with 4800 in drawdown. Um, but these little chop trades here, I just don't want to oversell anybody. Like these right here could end up being a loss because we are using Heiken Ashi, right? So this right here could be a small loss or break even though it wins on the chart. By the time this closes, price might be right here where you entered, or you might have entered right here somewhere, right? And then it closes right here. So it's going to be a small loss or break even. Now, these ones right here, these are going to be winners. These ones that are drawing down like this, these are going to be winners. This one is probably a winner. This one right here is definitely a loss or break even. This one right here is definitely a winner. So you just, take it with a grain of salt. These strategies do use Heiken-Ashi. We are using average price to enter. So we're going to get chopped out a little bit in these choppy ones, but when they catch the runs, they're going to catch the runs, right? If you have any questions, or if you want to use regular candles, just use end cap algo. That one uses regular candles, and it's pretty badass. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know in the Discord.